thanks for taking time out of your Cyber Day to talk about Cyber Night with us. What can you tell us about the event?
Well, what I can tell you is that Twitter Gaming reached out to me about a week ago and said, Parris, would you like to host a developer Q&A for Cyberpunk 2077 as a part of their launch event? And I go, of course I would. So I
Do you see my chair?
agreed. Yeah. Right? Yeah, so they brought me on. I'm going to host a Q&A with Miles and Patrick. And actually right now, the official Cyberpunk account just tweeted out asking for community questions. They're taking them until December 5th. And then I believe I will be the person actually reading those questions to the developers so they can answer them.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Well, are there any special guests going to be stopping by? Maybe a certain silver-handed individual, Keanu Reeves?
That's our question. That's our community question.
Is Keanu going to be there?
Yeah, I don't rank high enough to know that information, so I will be surprised
Above your
just
pay
as
grade.
you will if that happens.
Well, this is definitely going to be a really huge event around what I think is the biggest game of the year. I would love to know, how did your relationship even start with CD Projekt Red? Because this is such an awesome opportunity, and Twitter Gaming was the one that came to you, so it just seems like a marriage of those two worlds for you.
Well, it's been a crazy 2 years. So back at E3 2018, I went to go see the demo the first time they actually showed gameplay for Cyberpunk. And I walked out, and my co-host and my really good friend Danny Pena had the great idea to film my reaction as I walked out. So I walked out, and I said, this reminds me of Cowboy Bebop, Ghost in the Shell, and Blade Runner. And he put it on Twitter, and it went viral. So I started, talk to some of the devs, through social media. And then the next year I went back again. And by that time, it kind of, the hype had built up. So I'm meeting the devs, I'm talking to them. So I saw the second demo. Then, I'm hanging out with them. And then I went to Gamescom that year, last year, and I got to hang out with them again. So it's kind of just been this online relationship I've had with some people over at CD Projekt Red that just grew naturally over time. And then I had the fortunate opportunity to actually play the game back in June. So I'm just as excited as anybody else would be to play this game next week when it finally comes out. That was
going to be my question, is how many hours have you spent on Cyberpunk so far, and how many of those were specifically dedicated to customizing characters?
When I got to play the preview, I played 5 hours, and I was just so excited to want to actually get into Night City and play. I just did the random customized character, so I've spent probably 30 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah, I would have spent my entire demo just making a character, so I just,
So what kind of gamer are you when it comes to this? Because it seems like it's open world, it's really do what you want. Are you someone that's just stick to the main quest, or you dig every single secret out of the ground?
Oh, no, I'm the type of person, I want to do everything. I love open world games, and specifically things that come from CD Projekt Red, like I was a huge fan of The Witcher 3.
Right.
So the fact that at its core, this is an RPG, I always try to remind people of that this is not Grand Theft Auto 5. So it is an RPG, and I'm going to try and explore every inch of Night City and just literally role play this game with my character. And just, my plan is to be a female V Netrunner Corpo, and I just want to live out that whole storyline with Johnny Silverhand, and like Johnny said, we're going to burn it all down, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, Netrunner, I love it.
Really looking forward to whatever this game's Cyberpunk equivalent of a quest where you have to retrieve a frying pan is. Anyway, thank you, Parris.
Thank you.
Can't wait to watch the event, and congratulations to you, and let us know about how your new life in Cyberpunk goes.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
Thank you,
Thank
Parris.
you.
Great talking.